Wait, you think so? I mean, I guess they're pretty cute for Zeugles. I'll give you that. Are they talking about Hoot Hoot? I know, right? The way they start with those beady eyes, those little fangs. Wait, what are they talking about?
Hey.
You're crazy. Those things are so scary.
Huh?
Hey, what's up, guys? Skills WG here, back again with another Tales of Arise video. Today, guys, the stuff has happened. The stuff and things, they've happened. We defeated Vholran, and we are. It's like a month, 2 months in the future or something like that. So we're gonna go see what's been happening while we've been gone. Oh, the outside world. Oh, there's the star too. So let's check the map real quick. Yep, pretty basic stuff. We're on the backside of the castle. Let's see. Oh yeah, Shion is over there. That's who I guessed it was gonna be. How amazing this thing is, dude. Just the design that someone had to actually put in. Oh, look at this. I mean, you know, the rest of it's cool, but there's pineapple gel here. Someone had to design this in the game to be this big. It's just amazing. All right, well, Shion, what is up with you? What has been going on here?
Is something going on?
Sounds like it. Kisara wants us all to meet at the castle entrance. Taking in the view again?
That's a view, for sure.
Yeah. Looking at the scenery helps take my mind off things.
Like what?
Being a maiden. Whether I really am a descendant of Naori. Those kinds of things.
So, are you mad at me?
For what?
I destroyed the Renaissance. Right as you were about to get rid of your thorns forever.
Wait, I thought she stole
Why
it.
did you destroy it?
Wait, I'm confused. I thought she just took
When
it.
I saw it appear in front of me, it reminded me of what happened back on Lenegus. And the rest was... it was all just a blur. I'm sorry.
It must have been a pretty terrible memory. Besides, we don't know that the Renis Alma actually was destroyed. For all we know, it might have disappeared with that red woman.
If so,
That's...
then why are
Don't.
you...
It's okay. You brought me back. You got me away from Vholran. That's enough for now. Let's get going. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
Shion has joined your party. Ah.
Kisara said she wanted everyone to meet at the castle entrance.
Sounds good to me. All right, let's see what this guy
Hey,
has.
Shion,
Don't.
Don't you dare frickin' touch me.
Okay.
Loser, nerd.
I'm sorry. But if you come any closer, you'll only end up getting hurt.
Because of your thorns, you mean? Trust me, I've endured...
No, that's not it. You don't understand. Never mind. Sorry, just forget I said anything, okay?
If it isn't your thorns, does that mean there's something else?
It's just... It's nothing, really. Okay?
Oh, come on.
So you can stop asking me.
You've been like this forever.
Okay.
Tell us, Shion. You're always keeping
In that
secrets.
case, I'll see you up ahead, okay?
Shion has left the party. No. The dramatic sighs in this game are quite ridiculous. There's quite almost too many of them. Oh, what's this guy doing here? What's up, my friend?
Oh, it's you two. I suppose that makes me the last one then.
We better get a move on or else we'll never hear the end of it from Kisara.
Right you are.
Peru.
A month has passed since we vanquished Vholran. I would have thought that the Renins on Lenegus would have made their move by now. Yet they still remain as silent as ever. We have no idea what happened to Vholran's body, nor its whereabouts. The Red Woman also has yet to reappear, for that matter. And contrary to what I had heard, when the Renis Alma formed, not 5, but 6 elements were present, with darkness constituting the 6th and final master core.
Yeah, there are 6 instead of 5.
Were either of you aware of this?
You mean about the Renis Alma? Of course not.
Same. I had no idea a Darkness Master Core even existed.
What about Shion's maiden powers?
No. That was the first I learned about that, too. Or anything about having that power.
Me too. I remember thinking the same thing.
What could it all mean, I wonder? There are so many questions with too few answers, particularly when it comes to that red woman and her abilities.
Were it any other ability that used astral energy, I'd say it was an astral art. But hers was different.
Speaking of astral energy, we also mustn't forget that while the other Master Cores disappeared when forming the Renis Alma, for some reason the Fire Master Core remained. It may well have been the work of your maidenly powers. Alphen,
So we
are
kept
you
the
still
Fire
able
Master
to wield
Core.
the blazing sword as before?
For now, at least. That Renis Alma sucked most of the energy out of the Fire Master Core, but it still has enough for me to use the sword.
And the sword is safe inside of me for the time being.
Even though it's on your back.
At least that's one thing we needn't concern ourselves over.
You can say that again. We have more than enough to deal with as it is. Let's go.
Hey, wait up!
Go, Holy Miss, join the party.
I heard we are all to meet at the castle entrance.
So, yeah, so we still have the Fire Master Core apparently, so that means the Renis Alma is not complete then? I'm guessing, and maybe the 6th, or like the Dark Matter, or Master Core was from that lady. Maybe she is another lord that we just didn't know about, possibly? I am not sure. And here's our party, chilling, doing their stuff.
This is Ganya, who has a problem he needs help with. I was just about to ask him what that problem is.
All right then. Well,
This
tell
is
us
different.
what's on your mind, Ganya.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Where are your rations? Did you not get yours?
I did.
Are they not enough?
No, I have enough.
Then what's the problem?
I'm hungry.
Alphen, you have to remember, these people aren't used to responding so quickly. Be slow and gentle with him.
Oh, right. I forgot. Sorry about that. So you have your rations, and it's enough food, but there's still something wrong with them. What is it exactly?
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I got that part.
Do your rations taste bad?
I don't know.
Dang, people are like
What's that
zombies
supposed
here.
to mean?
I haven't eaten them, so I don't know how they taste.
Wait, if you're not eating them, then what are you doing with them?
Bringing them into the castle.
What? Why? Wait, back up. Are others doing this? Who told you to bring your rations in?
Everyone in my group is doing it. I don't know who told us to do it. They only said to bring the rations into the castle.
I'm guessing none of us told them to do it, or else we'd know, right?
I was afraid that something like this might happen.
Okay, weird. It's like he's like is still doing the stuff from previously.
The
when,
people in this capital are slowly regaining their own wills.
but not
But
everybody.
not everybody is getting them
Right.
back at the same rate.
The previous will for the Lord was to bring it
Definitely.
into the castle.
This is something we can't ignore. We need to investigate the castle.
Companions have rejoined the party. So some people are still like, oh, don't.
It seems like the people here still tend to blindly follow any orders
All right,
they're
there
given.
you go.
It's a reflex
Exactly
that
that.
was quite literally beaten into them. Undoing it will take some time.
I know
Everybody's
it's
like
not their fault they're
lollocking.
like that, but it's still irritating to deal with.
All right, skits.
Hey, remind me, just what exactly are we all doing here?
What do you mean? We're helping people, aren't we?
Could have fooled me. Lately, it feels like everything we're doing ends up half-baked. We liberated the people of Pelagian, but their hearts and minds are no less under the yoke than the day we found them. As for Vholran's cronies, we have no idea where they scampered off to.
You think I don't already know all that? We're doing everything we can, aren't we? We didn't choose to get stuck here. Sometimes you have to play the hand you're dealt. Besides, you've seen all the same things I have. You know as well as I do that deposing the lords alone won't solve all the world's problems.
Rinwell's right. We've gotten this far, haven't we? We can't just leave things unfinished now.
I guess? I mean, I didn't think we'd be singing around the campfire as soon as the wall came down, but still.
The fight isn't over just yet. At least not while Lenegis remains a threat.
I'm just sick of all this waiting. If they're gonna invade, why don't they get a move on already?
Stop that! Don't you think we've got enough problems as it is without you tempting fate?
Another one?
Spot something?
Oh, no. Just wondering if I could see any armored guards.
Armored guards? You mean Vholran's soldiers?
The moment we defeated their lord, all those guys bolted out of there. And not just out of the castle either. The city, too. For better or worse, it was the guards who looked after the city's Dhanans. Without them, making Pelegion half habitable again has been one big
I didn't even think
headache.
about that. That's gonna be hard
It's
for
not like
them
they
to
were
come
on
back
their
to
last legs.
a
They
livable
could have chosen to stay and fight,
society
but instead they ran away and
with the
disappeared
guards
without
doing
a
all that
trace.
work for them.
But without a lord to follow, they can't have any place to go. Unless...
This is a pretty rough place.
You don't think they went to Lenegis, do you?
It's not completely out of the question. Though I'd say it's more likely they're biding their time somewhere, just waiting for the perfect moment to strike back at us.
The people here in Pelegion are nowhere near ready to defend themselves. Great. Another headache to worry about.
Oh, jeez, let's go another one.
Is it just me, or was today's dinner a little low on salt?
I felt that it was seasoned perfectly, so as to bring out the flavor of the ingredients.
Last taste buds are still like a kid's, so if his food isn't rich enough, I bet he doesn't feel like he's eaten anything at all.
Don't make fun of me. We all need salt in order to survive.
I don't know about that
He
one.
has a point. You do lose stamina if you don't get enough salt in your body.
Yeah, I remember seeing people trying to lick the rocks back in Calaglia.
What? Why would anybody do that?
Sometimes you can find rocks out there that taste salty. They used to say it was because of all the tears we slaves shed.
Most likely, that was actually rock salt that they found.
Let's go rock salt.
When our provisions ran low, Miguel would often bring some back for us to use. At the time, we used it because it's all we had. But now there's something hearty about rock salt I like. Even more than table salt.
Is it possible, perhaps, to find any rock salt in these parts?
It is. You have to know what you're looking for, but when I find any, I always break some up to refill our supply. The flavor even changes depending on what kind of terrain it comes from. Sometimes I end up collecting more than we need, just in case we like it.
Wow, Kisara's really serious about her salt.
You can always count on
He's
Kisara to
salty.
be earnest. That's why we have to do our part and not add any
It's like the
more to her
opposite of being
burden.
salty. Law is salty. All right, finally. Let's see what we need to do now.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? I'm not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
We're hungry. Oh, Shion and her food, man. But actually, speaking of, that's what we're doing. We have to go find something in the castle for food for that guy. So, yeah, we got to figure out what's going on with the castle and with the food. All right, well, it looks like we found something. Oh, what's going on here? We got a soldier. I got hiccups now.
Very well.
Vholran's go. All right, you're clear. You can leave.
Well,
Oh, somehow I'm both surprised and not surprised to see them here.
Hey,
So you guys are hoarding all the rations.
Pardon me.
I got the hiccup. What are you doing? Get back to your position. Excuse me? I'll say it one more time. Get back to your position. What's this guy's deal? Any slaves disobey the orders must be put to death. So says Lord Vholran. All right, well, we'll just defeat you, I guess.
What the hell? Do these guys not realize who we are?
doesn't seem that way. They must think we're just Dhanans from the town.
whatever's going on, these are Vholran soldiers. Watch yourselves.
All right, we beat them, so now what's gonna happen? It's like confused that, like, wait. So it wasn't a Danan stockpiling their rations, it was some of Vholran's soldiers hiding out in the castle
Yeah.
inside. The soldiers seem to think only of the orders that were given to them. Their mind is completely blank otherwise, just like the Danans here. Looking back on it, I did feel that those soldiers we fought before were mindless. was Vholran's slave, both Dhanans and Renans. Like, that's kind of the realm he was running. Wow.
Well...
That's pretty crazy. Lord Vholran has left the realm and is no longer the ruler. Therefore, in accordance with Renan law, you must pledge your allegiance to me.
How?
So you expect us to serve you now, my lord. If you respect the Renan rule of law, then yes, that is precise. Of course, we shall follow your orders, Lord Dohalim.
Oh, wow!
Holy crap, I can't believe that worked.
I can't believe how quickly you got all those soldiers to obey you, Dohalim.
Actually, they were abiding Renan hierarchy, not me personally.
Well, either way, it solved the problem, and that's what counts.
I've talked to the soldiers and made it clear that they are to remain in line. Things should stay calm for the time being.
I know Renans tend to take authority extremely seriously, but you sure know how to throw your weight around as a former lord.
I only managed to get through to them because Vholran's curse is lifting, but not to the extent that they can act independently as of yet. Considering we had other matters to attend to for the past month, we should consider ourselves lucky that nothing occurred during our absence.
But if they do start operating independently again, that's going to cause a whole new set of problems to deal with.
True. Keep them all locked up, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Indeed. Ganeth Heros is unlike Menancia. Without intervention, they'll likely revert to oppressing the Dhanans as they were doing before.
Meaning there's still a lot of work to be done in this realm. Not that there aren't problems among the Dhanans, too.
Yes. There was no way to avoid the deep-seated conflicts that had festered here. But I just hate that we had to use your position as a lord to solve the situation, Dohalim.
Had I not intervened, yet more blood would have spilled here, and nobody wishes for that.
So, what's going to happen to the Renans here now?
Why do you ask?
We've stripped the soldiers of their armor and locked them up. They can't hurt you guys anymore. I promise.
So they're alive? They're not going to die?
Dang.
What?
Those people deceived us. They did terrible, terrible things to us. They made us suffer. Long before you guys came along. For years and years and years. It was constant. Never stopped. Not even for a day. So many people died. Our parents, our children, our friends. They all died. They were murdered. And it was the Renans. The Renans were the ones who did it. They killed us. Why do they get to live after so many of us have died?
Dang, okay, he's changing pretty quick.
The bastards should die. Every last one of them!
I know how you feel, Ganya. I used to be a slave, and I hated the Renans just like you. I took up the blazing sword to bring them down. But along the way, I've met many people and seen many things. People refusing the hand life dealt them. People who have lost loved ones, but are still trying to make this world a better place. People driven by hate who stopped before it was too late. And those who couldn't and paid with their lives. And I fought plenty of people who were all too happy to make others suffer. Believe me. But after a while, I came to realize that it's not the Renans who are our true enemies.
Then what the hell are we fighting if it's not them?
We're fighting against anyone who tries to take what doesn't belong to them.
But that's what these Renans are doing. How is that any different?
Because I judge everyone by their own actions. That goes for Dhanans too. Because at the end of the day, at the root
good way
of
to say
all
it.
evils committed is an individual who committed them.
You're right, Alphen. It seems like people are either blaming an entire race for one individual's sins, or an individual for everyone else's mistakes. But all that does is add more hate in a world that's already full of it. I want to help create a society where people can finally stop suffering and move beyond their pain. But if we try to do that with more violence, then we'll just end up right back where we started in the first place.
All right. Have it your way. I can't argue with the folks that helped us get back our ability to think and speak freely again.
True, you can't. It's gonna be kind of hard
Is
to
that
do
to
that.
say you trust us then?
I don't trust the Renans as far as I can throw them. I trust you guys because of who you are and what you've done.
Good job.
Fair enough. We won't let you down, Ganya.
What's the matter, Kisara? Is something wrong?
Oh, no, nothing. It's fine, really. I'm just a bit worried about what'll happen to all these folks.
Right. It'll take time before they start thinking for themselves again.
Indeed, that is part of it. However, what I'm even more worried about is what will happen to them after that. What do you think they're going to want once they realize how cruel Vholran was to them?
Probably revenge.
What happened to Ganath Haros is the worst form of oppression we've seen, but treated cruelly or kindly, slaves will rise up.
Lenegis aside, there are still remnants of Renan supremacists scattered throughout Dhana.
You mean all that trouble we went through to get rid of the lords might just lead to more violence? That's the last thing I want to see happen.
Of course not. And if we don't do something to prevent it all from starting up again, there could be even more bloodshed for us to regret. There's still a lot we don't know about the Renan rulers. Whatever the face of truth behind their veil, it's on us to put a stop to them. But there is one thing that's clear. Whatever we do to finally end it, our motives can't be getting back at the Renans, or it'll all be for nothing.
So, what exactly is it that you're saying? That we should just act as if nothing happened?
Law's right. We can't expect everyone to just forget all the pain they've endured up until now. Not so easily, at least.
But we have to at least try to change course. We can't just keep allowing history to repeat itself like this.
Exactly. Look, I won't deny that between the crown contest and 300 years of oppression, there's a lot of bad blood between the Dhanans and the Renans. But all these problems are just too big for us to try to carry the burden on our own. We'll keep doing our part in the interim, but we need to take this one battle at a time.
All right. Very cool, very cool. Heartfelt shield.
Glad that work's taken care of.
I don't think we're done just yet. I want you all to stick around a little longer. There might still be people who need our help.
When you think about it, thinking for yourself can be a heavy responsibility at times.
Yeah, it's not like your mind will only ever think about good, happy things for one.
Maybe so. But I'll still take that burden over living life as a puppet serving others. That's why I want to do everything I can to help these people.
Sheesh, yeah, this is all very, very true things. Very true things. Very hard to think for yourself at certain times in life, right? And be able to like make the right decisions with everything that's happening. All right, what are we gonna do now? The Unliberated. Check to see if there are any other problems. Oh, there's a lot of problems.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hootle?
We got a Hootle. Oh, not close here. Just somewhere in this area. Oh, there he is. What do you got? Some weird glasses. Sad glasses. I don't want those. Oh no, is this the guy?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
This is the guy. This is the food guy. Oh. What's today's recipe will be? You're getting ahead of yourself, young mish. We all know where this is heading. You had me there, indeed. I've come across an incredible recipe during deep in the bowels of the Pelgian's mighty fortress.
Great.
Just great. Whatever it is, I don't think it ever satisfy your apparently insatiable hunger to taunt the recipes like place like that. Well, as it so happens, I met a sailor back in Mahakshar. He let me borrow a boat. Blah, blah, blah. Forbidden, you say? Was the reason anyone could have for locking it up for all those years. I haven't the faintest idea, but that's why we must make it so we can find out a forbidden recipe. It calls for something white, soft, fluffy, stimulating powder. Neither swine nor hare meat. And finally, something white, soft, and fluffy. Why does it ask for that twice? We'll be more than happy to handle it.
Just great.
To what she said. Oh, that depends. I shall get to work. Okay, so we need to go find some soft and fluffy stuff.
White, soft, and fluffy items. Is that description supposed to be figurative or literal?
Let's check anything in the area that looks edible.
So pretty much another Zeugle fighting thing. We have to fight some Zeugles. Oh!
Where are you going?
I went to a
Since
thing.
when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this?
Sheesh!
At this very moment,
What's
the
going
enemy
on?
is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harrows.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Not really, huh?
Then why?
Please just drop it.
Shut up!
I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
Shion, you've been like
I'm
this the
sorry.
entire series. Come on, woman.
It's fine.
Learn. You're
Just
gonna say something anyway at some
Don't be
point.
too hard on yourself. Okay?
Or me. Don't be too hard on me. You sound a lot more lively than most people around here. I am. Thanks for those boomies.
Well,
You mean those tiny little Zeugles? Yep, those are the ones. Every time I see one of them, I can't help but think about how freakishly cute and adorable they are. Wait, you think so? I mean, I guess they're pretty cute for Zeugles. I'll give you that. Are they talking about Hoot Hoot? I know, right? The way they stare with those beady eyes, those little fangs. Wait, what are they talking about?
Hey,
You're crazy. Those things are so scary.
Huh?
Could you defeat a handful of them outside? Of course. I gotta kill Zeugles again.
Boomy, Boomy.
What's Boomy?
the heck? Are you stuck on that too?
No, really. I kind of see where they're coming from.
Are you okay with anything as long as it's round and flies?
Just kind of like those flying around objects. All right, we got the star here. Let's see what happens in the next main quest story. What happened to him? He's no longer with us. He's always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still. He was so close to finally living like a normal human being, too.
No way!
Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think he lives in that area over there.
Alright.
Got it. I'll break the news to her. Cringe. That's no
Having
fun.
to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
That is true. Someone's got to do it. I'm at the news shop and look at. I'm here. The solid edge. There's so many new ones. Plus 122 attack. Or whatever that is. 122 plus 71. That's insane. Oh, here is the mama. This is going to be terrible. I just know it. I don't want to be here.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. It's okay. I know. What? And what are you doing? I have work that must be done today, since my son can no longer work. It's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today. Very well, I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work?
It's just what they do right
Because
now.
that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
Work, work, work.
I know she doesn't
Kinda like
mean anything bad by it.
IRL, honestly.
I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There are Zeugles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
This is a main story quest, yet no voice acting. It's kind of cringe. Hey, what is this? Is it the body? What? Just chuck it in the river?
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait, you intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't it be more formal funeral procession? Procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry. Have you done something wrong? Tell me. Do you have no custom where relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have we have on Dhana. Up until recently, our people were just too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Renans, it's customary for relatives to send their remains out to the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dhana? We believe that is in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels in the cosmos. We would never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something should be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us. Dhanans, do you really think we're going to ship the bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When the Renan rule is over, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people. Rinwell, don't think for a second I'm forgiven everything. Sorry for the distraction. Let us lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Dhanan way.
Good.
Yes. Yeet! Thank you for granting me that task. Don't you mention it. The last thing we can do for you as his mom. Well, because of you, my son is now at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured that we tend to build a future for this world that would make him proud. Ah, thank you.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alphen.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
Yeah.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim, and that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Good. And skit. Let's go, Hoodle.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
I understand
get
you,
it.
Law. I understand
You're
you.
saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
Oh man, Law, you're my friend, man. You're my friend. All right, guys, we are going to end it there. We have to go to the inn next, and we're gonna wait for the next video to do that. And I'm gonna work on some of these side quests
Aw,
off.
Are you tired, Hoodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
We're gonna work on some of the side quests off camera so that I can get those all done, and then just kind of get them all together when we return for the next video. So anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget to hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.